Here's a before picture. And this is what the area looks like now. So this area of the garage has a pegboard with tools that are less frequently used, and this area holds all of my garden tools and shears, and I never really cared for how these worked. As a matter of fact, this is just a screwdriver holder that I kind of bent to accommodate these shears. So let's get them organized. And let's see how wide the rack needs to be. So we're looking at roughly 6 inches and maybe 2 inches on each end for the actual ends and future growth. So this is the 10-inch mark for the rod. What I did was I used 2 nuts to enable us to hold it in the vise. And then this one right here is going to help us re-thread it after we cut it. And once it's cut, I'm going to use a file to knock down the edges. And once the edges are knocked off, I'm going to use this bolt to kind of straighten out the threads. Looking good. And next, what I did was mock this up to see how far the rod needs to be away from the pegboard. So we're looking at about 1 inch and 5/8. And I'm just going to use 1x2 to create 2 2-inch sections for the ends. Alright, so I marked 1/4 of an inch, and now I'm going to drill some pilot holes for the L hooks. Next, let's install the L hooks. Yeah, you're probably going to need to work in regards to the depth, a bit of trial and error. And I did need to chamfer this edge with a file a bit for it to install properly. Alright, so I marked off 1 inch and 5/16. I'm going to drill a pilot hole with a 3/32 drill bit. And I'm going to follow that up with a 1/4 inch drill bit. And repeat for the other side. And this is what it looks like at the end. We got 1/4 inch nuts on either end of the ends. So we got 4 in total being used. They're very easy to pull out. When they're tight like this, they don't flip over very much. And as your collection of tools grows, what you can do is you could expand them out. And here's what the area looks like now. So the tools are really easy to grab, and it freed up all this space around here. And that organizer worked so well, I created another one for the pliers on top of my workbench. This time I got a little fancy, and I did cover the threaded rod with some clear vinyl tubing. On this side, I got hanging a ratcheting 10mm wrench that I found on the ground, and on the other I have a beverage opener. What I'll do is I'll put some of the components that I used for the build in the description below, and if you happen to like what you see, please consider clicking like, commenting, and becoming a subscriber. Thank you.